When you're filming out in the desert in the middle of the night, and you hear a gun go off, and you see something move, the last thing you think about is oh, I want to make this movie. It's more like you kind of ask yourself, why the hell am I out here again? So the original concept for the film came for me when I saw the newspaper headline in the New York Times about the Secure Fence Act was coming to be passed by was actually going to be signed by George Bush. As soon as I saw a photo of the fence and realized that I could tell a story about such a complex issue, I knew I had a film. We went down to Arizona, where I knew that there was a fence already, where the oldest fence was. And so my idea was we start filming there, and they were going to extend this fence. And then we also tried to find a town where the fence would, basically block it or ruin it. I don't think any of us realized when we started this movie that it was going to take 2.5 years. Filming in the desert is not the easiest situation. Then you're filming in the desert with a vigilante group, and everybody is armed. When we filmed with the Minutemen, we were out in the desert with these guys with AK-47s and M16s, and we're waiting in the middle of the night for a group of illegal immigrants to come across who are probably with a pollero or coyote, who probably works with a drug cartel. Immigrants are fine. We're not worried about that. Nobody's worried about that. What we're worried about is the drug smugglers and everybody that's connected to the cartel is. The first thing I think about that was difficult to film was the guy coming across the fence. We knew that people were coming across the fence, and yet we didn't have it on film. So we're sitting there filming this time lapse, and after the fourth or fifth one, I was basically nodding off. But the sound man was there, and he runs up, and he's like, what are you doing? And he's like, look. I knew right when I had that shot, after a day of waiting for that was the movie. That was the core climax part, was this guy coming over. There's a whole bunch of scenes that didn't make it into the film because we changed the nature of the film. I focused the film on just the wall, and that meant I had to take out a bunch of different scenes.
We'd hire anyone that we can get in to do the job. The type of work that we do, it is a lot of outdoor type work, and a lot of people just do not want to do it.
In that scene, those farmers were talking about the bigger issue of immigration and the bigger, can we fix the immigration system, not the wall. What I hope is that my film will force people to kind of take another look at some of our policies that are already out there. I mean, while we made the film, the wall was controversial. At this point, for some reason, the wall is something that is now accepted. In the end, I'm Hispanic, and it was kind of interesting to think that a wall like this, in some way or another, would end up affecting what people thought of me or me.